Is this the best NECA figure ever? Let's find out. What's up, nerds, and welcome back to another unboxing. I've got a fun one for you guys. Today, we are looking at Casey Jones from NECA's Last Ronin line. And to be honest with you, out of all the Last Ronin figures, this is the one I've been the most excited for. Now, don't get me wrong, trust me, I love all the Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo is my favorite. We even share the same name. But Casey Jones, something about him, with every single iteration of the Ninja Turtles, there's always a unique take on what he looks like, and I'm always so excited to see what they do with him. And in this case, the Last Ronin version might be my favorite. So let's open them up and take a look. So first, in-hand impressions are really strong, except for one minor caveat. The joint in the elbow seems to be a bit wobbly. We'll touch on that in a moment, but otherwise, initial posing is great. Arms go to about this far out. We got the bicep swivel along with the double jointed elbow. But like I said, this is where I was a little bit worried. The joint in the pins here seems to be a bit loose. You can kind of wobble it back and forth. So just be mindful of it if you get one for yourself. The leg articulation, however, is great. You can see some great flexibility here, double jointed knee and the ankle rock. The only main limitation is his ab crunch. I can feel the joint under the armor, but it's just not enough to really maximize his full range. Also be mindful of the shoulder padding here. If you stretch his arm out too much, you might break it off. Just the typical things to be mindful of, but nothing in my opinion that really breaks the figure for me. All right, now let's put the figure down and move on to accessories. And dude, I gotta say, out of all my Casey figures, these accessories might be my favorite for him. Getting started with the head sculpt, I love the attention to detail here. We also get a loose hockey mask for him to wear, both either on the side of his head or in his hand, and the back piece to hold some additional accessories. We also have various grabbing hands for the wider range of handles, along with the standard fists and open hands, and the goodie bag itself. Like I said, I have a few different versions of Casey in my collection, but this particular bag of goodies with all these weapons, the attention to detail, the hockey stick, all the outlines that you see in the bandages here, I couldn't be happier with his arsenal. And you have the bag itself, which stands on its own pretty easily. Woo! And that's the figure. I gotta say, today was a pretty quick review, but a fun one. I recently attended Tampa's Comic-Con and saw some more Last Ronin figures from the Lost Years era, and dude, I struggled holding myself back from buying everything. We'll take a look at another Last Ronin figure in the next video. But until then, please enjoy my favorite part of the video, the posing.